What's up, ladies and gents? This is Casey Kid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Before Crimson Doubles came around, I ended up finishing that long Crucible quest that Lord Shaxx gives you in order to give you a chance to do weekly Crucible bounties. And I finally finished it, and I turned it in on one character, and I was like, boy, in the future, you know what, I might try to do this on all three characters, and this week is going to be my first official time in getting to actually do that. So if you enjoy this video, go ahead and smack that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Now obviously when Crimson Doubles came around, those Crimson bounties overwrote the weekly Shaxx bounties. So this is actually my first time, since I actually completed that long quest, that I have a chance to do this on all three characters. And here I am on my Warlock. He actually already had a couple of those weekly bounties sitting in his inventory, because I didn't actually need to turn them all in last time, because I got a nice glitch whenever I picked up the Nightfall tiered bounty, that a couple of them were already completed, so I didn't need to do 5 last week, or 2 weeks ago whenever I actually got it. So this is pretty nice, and I'm in Clash, because I needed to get points in the daily Crucible. I needed to get the 5 points. You know, if you end up going into one of these daily matches, you get 1 point. If you get a win, you get 3 points. So I figure I might as well just stay in Clash. I kind of know that game mode, though I really don't like this particular map. I'm really terrible on this map. I also need to get 1500 points in Crucible events, and Clash might not be the best for that, just because the top total score is significantly lower. Doing something like Control would have been a much better idea, but you know what, since I needed to do some Clash matches, I might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and hopefully I do well enough to at least hit 1500 points. In thinking about it out loud, Clash was probably my best bet as far as being efficient, because the other game modes I needed to go into were Skirmish or Elimination, just to complete some of the other weekly bounties, so this is probably my best bet, and I'm just rolling with the punches. Now, as you could see in the beginning, whenever I showed the first part of this match, we were in the lead. We had a nice, comfortable lead for Clash, but as the match rolled around, the other team, they stormed back, and they took the lead, and we're at the last stages of the match. And this heavy spawn is actually the big turning point in our favor. That firebolt grenade out there got a couple people, and then I got a nice double down by firing out with the last word. This ends up letting us get this heavy ammo, plus my teammates got the heavy ammo on the whole opposite side where the portals are. So we caught ourselves in the lead, we've got heavy ammo, and in Clash, that's pretty much game over, because all you need in Clash is kills. There's none of those damage modifiers, not like with the control zones giving you extra points or anything. Kills are a premium here in Clash, and since we have heavy twice, even though I died there and lost my heavy, we're going to be able to pull this out now. We're 500 points from a victory, and you can't go wrong with that. So that's going to let me complete my 5-point bounty that I needed in doing matches through the daily event. And that's a good thing, because I am about ready to get out of Crucible for this day. I was not feeling it. Do you ever just have those days where you're in Crucible and you're not feeling it? No matter what you're doing, you're not getting anything going on. You're dying, and you're like, oh man, why am I dying? I mean, in rewatching this match, I noticed a lot of times why I was dying. I just wasn't seeing the enemy right. I wasn't planning right. I was just playing really dumb. So sometimes whenever you're playing like that and you're getting all frustrated, the best bet is to just shut it off. Shut it off, walk away, and come back another day. But you know what? We actually did enough on my Warlock to turn in our bounties and get that Nightfall tiered one. And that's really all we're looking for. Whether we do it good, or we do it just like I did and struggle our way through, we ended up completing it. So here it is, whenever I turn in this Nightfall tiered bounty, I end up grabbing myself a Red Spectre. And that's interesting because this is actually the second one that I got within the week. And I never used this gun or saw it really before, and it looks cool. My problem with it is, look at that stability. It's terrible. I mean, even with injection mold, that still seems really low, and it comes at the cost of range, which I don't like at all. So anybody that uses this gun, is there any way to actually make it viable without getting a really big boost up to that stability? Because I'm just not seeing it in the stats. I'd like to use it. It looks like Baby Red Death, obviously, but it's just doesn't look like it's got the stats to be able to handle and kill efficiently. Over here on my Titan, I need to pick up a few of the different bounties. I'm pretty filled up on bounties on my Titan, but whenever I pick up the Nightfall tiered one, it looks like it's completed already. So wow, I really lucked into that. You can see I'm really ready for Iron Banner to come back. when I turn in the Nightfall tiered bounty, boy, I was really lucky to get it on glitched and filled up already for me. But whenever I turn it in, I end up grabbing myself a Split Shifter Pro. So this is a fusion rifle. Again, since it's a fusion rifle, that's not going to be a favorite of a lot of people, but it does come at over 300 light. So that was really nice. That's a pretty nice surprise. And I mean, it got some range. It definitely has some range, and it's one of those fast-firing fusion rifles. But for me, I've tried fusion rifles before, and even though this has some stats that look cool, that look really cool, I just know that I'm not any good with it. Finally, we're going to go over to my hunter and see what he ends up getting. And wow, look at that. Double lucky this time around. I pick up that Nightfall tiered one, and I ended up getting it completed on pickup. So 2 characters I didn't actually have to go in and do any Crucible with. That's really nice. And you can see my hunter is ready for Iron Banner as well. Whenever the Iron Banner comes around, I am ready to go. And of course, since these are Nightfall tiered bounties, it only makes sense that I would get a Ghost Shell. It could only be a Ghost Shell, right? And I kind of like the Crucible Ghost Shell. I like those little spikes that come off of it, so I'm probably going to keep it around. It's a Ghost Shell. Everybody gets Ghost Shell from their Nightfall tiered rewards, and I am no different. So no exotics from the Crucible bounties, nothing I'm really too excited about, but I'm going to keep the Ghost Shell because it looks cool. Let me know what you ended up picking up. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel to keep updated on daily Destiny content. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Crucible, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Hello, little ghost.